चलो 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 जल्दी सीधा
Yeah, please.
Yeah. A ve-
What am I supposed to say?
question and
I have
answer.
no clue what I'm supposed to say.
Just some Q&A with your full stacks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming here. I was shooting all night yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to read the script, which is in my hand. So I'm going to make this up as I go along, right?
This comes later.
Okay. We have with us, sir, Mr. Bacchan, Vidya, all the dignitaries who put in their money and trusted us to make the film. Suckers. And what I'll do is, now, who do I call on stage? Okay, can I just call on stage Rivu? Because I didn't do much on this project. I'm the creative producer, but I really didn't do much. What I did was I stayed there and I sold my script to Vidya, who decided to do another film with me. That's what I did.
Can we have him sit?
So I'll call on stage Rivu, who'll tell you a lot about Teen. He's the guy who put in all the hard work. He did the script, he did everything. And I'm very proud of Rivu because whatever we invested in Rivu, he gave us much more. I mean, a lot of return on interest from Rivu here. Yeah. So I'm going to give the mic to Rivu and
do what? Okay. So I think before we start anything, I think we should call Sir first. Sir, please. Without you, we can't start anything. And Vidya, will you please join us?
that was very good.
Yeah. So this is, we are missing Nawaz here, but we have Sir, we have Vidya, we have Sujoy, and we're all in white. Yeah, we're all in white. Yeah, we decided. Achha, somebody's asking to. Yeah. Now, do you want to?
Just some banter between them.
Okay, we can do that very well.
Why don't you tell me about some of your experiences while shooting in Kolkata?
We will start with Sir. Sir, what was your experience about shooting in Kolkata? I'm just taking the phone out.
I think you asked the others first. Okay. So I'll tell you, when we wrote the script, Suresh is here. Mr. Nair, he's the writer with Bijesh. If we can have one more chair, Suresh can also join us. And so when we first wrote the script and we went to Sir, and we told him, so we are going to shoot this film in Kolkata. And the first reaction from Sujay was, "Kaise hoga ye picture?" Kyunki, when you go to Kolkata with Mr. Bacchan, it is crazy. Every day we almost had 700 to 800 cops because the amount of crowd came in every day for the shoot was minimum between 5 to 10,000. And I remember in one location which was a little outside of Kolkata, it went to 19,000. So you can imagine the situation we were in. But it was quite a challenge. And also, I remember one day we were shooting with Vidya at a railway station, a railway junkyard actually rather. तो हमको लगा कि ये तो दूर है. And sir had a break that day. So it was quite little outside the main city. So we didn't know कि before we reached कहाँ से इतने लोग आ गए, क्या हुआ. And I think we couldn't actually properly shoot that day, right? Yeah, we had to reshoot it. So I think the biggest challenge shooting was the crowd, because they are actually they love cinema in Kolkata, and they're also very knowledgeable. I mean, if you can talk to any Bengali about cinema or sport or politics, and they can just go on. So I think that was the biggest challenge, but I think we had great fun, and we had situations. But sometimes we thought we'll do this shot like this, and without telling anybody, without taking any permission, and ended up not taking the shot. I remember one day we went to Sir and said, "Sir, ये तो हुआ नहीं, क्या करे?" And then he actually planned planned the shot, how we can do that. I think sir would, sir would be the best person to say that. I think you can. Yeah, okay. So yeah, sure. What was your experience? He was a creative producer, so what do you think?
It was, for me, it was a great ride. You know, it was a lot of difficulties and everything. But Ribu did all the hard work, so I didn't do much. But crowd control is I'm very good at, so if any of you are making a film and you want some crowd control, you can call me. I'm very good at that now. And I think especially if you shoot in Kolkata with Sir or Vidya, that's a given. You know, there's millions of people who'll turn out to see. And I remember just in the middle of we are shooting and suddenly the mayor of Kolkata turns up. Okay, and he wants to have a chit or chat with Sir, and he wants to give him flowers and sweets and everything. And we had got 1 hour to shoot the whole film. And he takes about time, and you can't say anything to him because he's the mayor of Kolkata. So, you know, these are the challenges we face, but it's great fun. You know, that's how movies are made, blood and sweat. So we had a good time, incredibly good time. And I hope both Sir and Vidya had a good time. And
I think they're all half Bengalis at heart.
So please.
Vidya is going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Well, Teen was a very special experience for me, not just because I'm in a special appearance. Oh my God, that's a terrible joke. But yeah, it's usual. I was back in Kolkata, one of my favoriteest places in the world. I keep saying it's second home for me. I was working with Mr. Bacchan again in a completely different avatar from Pa. It's been a few years. And I can't say this enough number of times, and everyone who works with him says this. People who don't work with him or haven't had the chance say this, that he is a constant inspiration. So, you know, in my first scene with him, I looked at him and I felt like he was the character, and that really, for me, amazes me time and again. I don't know how you do it, and God bless you with the longest, healthiest life, so we continue to get inspired and entertained by you. And I can keep gushing, but I will talk about another very strong reason for me to do the film was the script. And when I met Ribhu, I thought he was a very pleasant person to interact with. Unlike Sujoy, who's completely mad. You know, Sujoy and I have a very crazy equation, so we won't go there. But with Ribhu, it was like, I just felt I wanted to work with him. I felt like I liked the way he was seeing the film. I liked the way he wanted to tell the story. So I wanted to be part of it. And jokes apart, you know, I was getting to work with Sujoy Ghosh again, and how could I miss that opportunity, really? In Kolkata. So yeah, I've given you enough reasons why I've done the film, and it is the very fact that I've flown down just for the trailer launch means that it is very special for me, and I hope you all enjoy it. Throng the theaters and blah, 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 and blue, blue, blue. Thank you.
Sir, you have me.
Oh, okay. Sujoy and me have always been appreciative of each other's works. He's been a little too effusive about his love for me, and I'm always grateful to him. We did Aladdin together, and we had a wonderful time making it. He had some wonderful ideas which he worked with, and then when he was doing Kahani, he wanted me to sing the theme song, Ekla Chalo Re, which I did for him. But even otherwise, even when he was not working, we would meet often at one of our favorite spots, which is Vishal and Shekhar's music room. Talk cinema, talk music, just... and then he came with the idea of wanting to make and produce another film with Ribu. Ribu and me had worked together in a TV serial that we did called Yudh. And Ribu was introduced to me by Anurag Kashyap. And during the making of Yudh, which I felt very good about, because I just was told by Anurag and by Ribu that, just take your time in doing whatever you want to do. There was never any constriction as to how one should perform or in how much time, space you have to finish your lines. I just liked the idea of being free to do whatever we wanted to do. And with the advent of digital cinema now, we don't have the pressures of, costly film that's celluloid. And therefore you can have the liberty of, doing several retakes and takes and carry on working. So when Sujoy brought the idea of Teen, he had actually come with another idea before, which we were almost set to do. And do we disclose that? Or? Yeah, go for it. It was a film about Kerala, and we had decided on the story, and we had decided to go ahead. Schedules are made. And then one fine evening they came and said, we have another idea, and maybe you'd like to hear it. So it took me just a couple of seconds as they went into the narration of Teen that I decided, let's do this, and let's not do the other one at the moment. That's how quick the narration and the decision to make this film came. We were to shoot the film in Goa, and because there were some problems about permissions, they were back in my office again saying, we have a problem, we can't shoot in Goa because there are problems about permissions. What do we do? And I said, let's go to Kolkata. And they said, you'll go to Kolkata? I said, yeah, why not? And that's the time Sujoy told me that, sir, this is a wonderful decision, because I'm going to show you places in Kolkata which you've never seen before, and how true it was during the making of the film. We virtually settled in Kolkata, and I think in one long schedule we finished the film. It's been always a joy to work with Vidya, and I was so happy that they decided to have her in the cast. But I was equally just delighted to work with Nawaz, whom I've always admired. He's a phenomenal talent, and it's just a pity that he's not here with us today. But truly, we get to learn so much